I saw it happen before he even spoke. The way the security guard's eyes flicked down at the clipboard, then up at me, something cold behind the hesitation. "Sorry, sir," he said, "your name's not on the list." I almost laughed, not out of surprise, but out of recognition. There she was, my sister, in her wedding dress, framed by fairy lights and applause, holding her glass of champagne like a trophy. And beside her, my mother, watching, both smiling, both knowing. When our eyes met, they didn't even pretend. They looked straight at me, then burst out laughing. That was the moment I understood. I wasn't family anymore. I didn't argue, didn't shout, didn't even ask why. I simply turned, buttoned my jacket, and walked away. Because I knew, when people laugh while they're cutting you out, it's not ignorance, it's intent. Years ago, my sister, Leela, was everything I wasn't. Charming, impulsive, adored. I was the quiet one, the planner, the fixer. When Dad died, I held the house together, paid the bills, sorted the will. Leela cried, Mother drank. I handled everything else. And when Leela's debts piled up, the unpaid loans, the mess with her ex, I cleared them. Not out of kindness, but loyalty. Because I believed family should mean something. I thought she'd do the same for me one day. I was wrong. The shift began small. Phone calls that stopped mid-ring. Family dinners I wasn't told about. Documents missing from my desk. Property papers. The deed to the old house Dad left us both. When I finally found out what they'd done, it was almost poetic. They'd sold the property. Without telling me. Used my forged signature. Mother's idea, Leela's execution. They said it was just paperwork confusion. I didn't confront them. I didn't need to. The moment you let betrayal breathe, it shows you its entire face. So I waited. 3 months later, the wedding invitation arrived. Or rather, didn't. Everyone in town got one. Everyone except me. That was the moment I decided. If they wanted to erase me, I'd give them a reason to remember. I didn't crash the wedding that night. I let them have their little victory. Because my revenge had already begun weeks before. You see, that old house they sold? It wasn't just a house. It was collateral. Connected to a trust fund under Dad's name. A trust Leela didn't know existed. By law, if the property was transferred under fraudulent terms, the entire sale and all profits could be frozen. So I did exactly that. Quietly, legally, filed under Dad's estate. The lawyers moved faster than I expected. By the time Leela was throwing her bouquet, her accounts were locked. By the time they cut the cake, her husband's business, funded by her inheritance, was under review for asset fraud. And by the time I left the wedding gates, the phone call to their lawyer had already been made. The next morning, I woke to pounding on my door. Leela. Makeup smeared, wedding dress wrinkled. Mother behind her, trembling. "Please," Leela begged. "They froze everything. The house, the money, even the car. They're saying it's illegal. You have to help us." For a moment, I just looked at her. She was still wearing her wedding band, the one she'd bragged about online. It caught the light like a cruel little joke. "Help you?" I said quietly. "After last night?" "It was Mom's idea," she whispered. "I didn't mean for it to go that far." Mother opened her mouth to protest, then saw my face and went silent. I stepped aside just enough to let them glimpse what was behind me. The folder on my desk. Inside it, copies of the forged documents, legal filings, evidence. Everything they'd done, now in my hands. "You wanted to erase me," I said. "Now you don't exist without me." Leela's knees buckled. Mother started crying, the kind of cry that isn't for guilt, but fear. I didn't raise my voice, didn't even move. I just told them the truth. All I did was correct the paperwork. Then I closed the door. I never heard from them again. Their accounts remained frozen. The marriage collapsed within months. The old house reverted to my name, untouched, quiet, exactly as it was the day Dad died. Sometimes I walk through its empty rooms. The air still smells like dust and old memories. There's peace here now. They thought excluding me from their world would break me. What they didn't know was, I had already left it. And in the silence that follows betrayal, there's nothing louder than justice served quietly.